Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining this webinar of Autosoft. The reason we're hosting this is um, many of our body shops are receiving release notes for all our new releases, but we are realizing that all of the great features we're introducing, not everybody is using in our network. And we obviously want you to be the best body shops in the country. That is the reason we're developing all these fantastic features. And the webinar is going to bring out key features in every release from now on, just showing you what's happening in the industry, what new features we're bringing in to keep you up to date, and just to make your body shops even more efficient and hopefully more profitable as well. Vinny is here with us from Autosoft. He's going to take us through the webinar. I'll be here as well in case of questions. So let me start by handing over to Vinny. Vinny, you carry on.
Hello, everyone. I'm Vinny. Thank you all for attending this webinar. You've had quite a few weeks to sort of get used to some of the new features you might be using, some like the floating menu. We have quite a few to go through, so I'm only going to focus on the key features. If you have any questions, just let me know anytime as we're going along. Can everyone see my screen?
Yep.
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 Yeah.
So let's get right popping. Okay, so a common complaint we get from work providers is that body shops are not entering key dates and times in the system. Therefore, the KPIs will drop, and when analyzed, the work providers will give you less work. So to solve this issue, we've introduced the floating menu. This. I'm sure you guys have seen it by now. This shows some of the key dates and times that are missing from the job. So this is a job I've just loaded up, job 139, and it's a sort of a demo job. So let's see how it works. So I've got the job, I've loaded it up, and it's telling me that I have not contacted the customer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up the phone, contact the customer, hit the button. Now it says customer contact date updated. So let me just show you. If I go to the job edit screen, under dates, the customer contact has been updated for now when I hit that button. Okay, so as you know, since it's completed action, it won't show up on the floating menu anymore. So now the floating menu is telling me I have not entered a date due in and a date due out. So I'm going to enter, after conferring with the customer, I'm going to enter a date due in, and I'm going to say the customer is bringing the car. Just for the sake of today, I'll say 10 in the morning. And the customer will be bringing the car to me. And I will save that. And now, as you see, the date due in has now been actioned, so it's not going to appear on that floating menu anymore. So I'm going to now enter a date due out just for the purpose. It's giving me a predicted date due out here. I'm going to update it with that. And I'm going to say the body shop will deliver the car back to the customer. And I would say 2:30. And my driver, I would select Don Taylor. Save that. Does anyone have any questions, by the way?
No.
So now the car has arrived, let's say, and we recommend everyone to carry out a vehicle inspection for using the Autosoft phone and tablet apps. This is quite crucial to not only protect your body shop, but create many upsells. So let's go here. So as you see, if you go, I'm using the Office system. if you're using the phone apps, please check it on the phone app. Yeah. So as you know, this is the phone app. Right. So you can create several opportunities for upsells. For example, tire replacement when the tread is low. If you got, is it 1.6, and screen chip repairs, wheel alloy refurbishments over here. And the best thing about this is on the tablet app, you sign it, get the customers to sign it, agree to your terms and conditions, and then you can hit save.
Vinny, just like to add here, for all the body shops, this vehicle inspection, we call it the check-in. If you're using phone or tablet apps where you can take it out to the vehicle and do the vehicle inspection, the two big benefits are, one is obviously you can create upsell opportunities like Vinny just mentioned. Body shops who use this feature alone, on average, are making £15,000 per month extra revenue. How did I work that out? 100 jobs a month. Let's say a typical body shop does. They're making £150 per job extra revenue using this feature, and that's all adding to your bottom line. On top of that, it's also going to improve your KPIs, which Vinny will show you.
Yeah, so the moment you save this and complete it, you can go back into job 139. And as you see here, the vehicle is now on site. It's been populated. So just to discuss the last 2 points, quality check completed. When you've completed your quality check in the system, the workshop system, this date will automatically be completed. If you are not using the workshop system, click on this and you can get to a quality check where you can complete and sign full quality check. And as I save that, I can go back to my job. And as the quality check has been completed and the date has been updated there.
Yeah, this should really be done in the workshop system, body shops who are using our workshop system. Great.
Yep. And finally, the collection note, the vehicle offsite date and handover date will need to be populated. If you complete a collection note, we recommend completing it on the tablet app where you can get the customer to sign it. But if I'll complete it here for keepsake, customer signature, take that. There you go. I'll go back in there. And now there's no more actions in the floating menu. And my vehicle offsite and handover date has been populated automatically. This floating menu will guide your office staff through the job process, constantly reminding them to enter those dates, keep up your KPIs. In the next release, we will be enhancing the floating menu even further. Any questions, anyone?
No.
Right, perfect. So, guys,
Vinny, what's the app called, please?
It's Autosoft app.
It is just called Autosoft. I think I found the right one.
Andy, sorry, it's a web app, so we will send you a link. The one you found on the Android store is for a different reason. That's Handover app. So, let me make a note and we'll send you a link after, Andy.
Yeah, I probably had it a long while ago, but never used it.
No worries. Yeah, all body shops should really use the phone and tablet apps for when they're in front of the customer.
Could we have a link? Could we have it up as well, please? Or have a link?
Oh, sorry. Who's that?
Trevor from GP Motors.
Oh, Trevor. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, GP Motors. Yeah, no problems. I'll get that sorted out after the demo.
Thank you.
Or email us if anybody else who wants apps, we can connect you up with those. Not a problem. So the floating menu, just to summarize, you can see from Winnie's dates page, all of the dates on the right-hand side were automatically getting populated when you do those processes. So when you did the vehicle check-in, on-site date was populated. When you did the final quality check, the QC date was populated. When you did the collection note, the off-site and the handover date were getting populated automatically. In the next release, we're going to make this even better. At the moment, we're not asking you to populate the authorized date using this menu and some other key dates which work providers need. And as you all know, work providers are looking into data more and more nowadays. And for you to get more work, the KPIs, the dates, everything has to be populated on time. So in the next release, we're going to enhance it even more, where if you haven't populated something, it will prompt you to populate it before you proceed to the next stage. For example, when you click the parts order feature on our system, it will say, oh, you've not entered the authorized date. It will show you a pop-up. Please enter the authorized date, and then it'll let you proceed. The reason we're trying to do that is to kind of force you a little bit, but more importantly, to get your KPIs up there in the work provider's eyes so that they say, right, yeah, I got to send the work to GP Motors, Parkers, Cosmetics, whatever, because they're the ones filling in all the necessary data and submitting it back to us. Okay. Sorry, Winnie, yeah, carry on.
Okay. Yeah, just one more thing I'd like to add. If you see the dates,
we can't see your screen,
if you're not using
Winnie.
our workshop system, you will need to fill in the work start and work end date, as those automatically get populated if you're using the workshop system. But
Winnie,
yeah,
we can't see your screen. Yeah.
Oh, you can't see it. Well, now.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So as I was saying, the work start and work end date. If you're not using the workshop system, you will need to enter these in. If you are using it, they will automatically be filled when the job is planned and finished. So just that little thing I'd like to add. Okay, so
fine. Yeah. I mean, what time? I'll say about 4:30, 5 o'clock. Is that okay? We'll see you later. Thank you. Bye.
oh,
No, don't worry. Carry on, Winnie.
that's all right. Okay, so on to the second point, which is vehicle on-site report changes. So if you go down to screen reports to show on-site vehicles. So the first change we've made is that you can now see, if you're using the planner system, you can now see the jobs that are planned, partially planned, and not planned. This helps you organize your body shop a little more and get those jobs completed out, hitting your KPI targets. The second change we have made is now it displays the percentages of parts along the parts column. So, for example, this job 127, any parts that I've ordered through the system and received, it would show up as ordered and received as green. And any parts that have not been received yet will show up as yellow. So 2 out of 3 parts have arrived, so 67%. And say, for example, job 126, all my parts have arrived, and it shows it there, all green. So green is always go. The third change we've made is you can now directly access each of these jobs with the job edit button in this column. Can everyone see that?
Yeah.
Where just Vinny, where'd you get onto that menu?
This is from under screen report. So if you go to, usually you'd be on this page, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you go screen reports
Yeah.
and on-site vehicles. These are the vehicles on your site.
If you're not seeing that, Andy, maybe we need to add it to your list. If you're not seeing that, hopefully you
Yeah.
are.
No, I don't think I can see it.
Okay, that means we just need to add it to your list, Andy. On site.
So where do I find it again when you put it on?
Under
it'll
screen
be under
reports.
screen reports.
Yeah.
No, I can't see that there. Is that fairly? I mean, one of the problems you find, on-site vehicles, it's quite a long way down. There's so many things in there that you don't use.
Oh, Andy, funny enough, Shelley will be in touch very soon. We are going to streamline the whole system. You're going to have only the reports you use, and you're not going to have all the ones which you don't need. But she'll be in touch soon for that. Yeah. Well, Andy, now that you've found the on-site vehicles report, I was just going to say
it won't load.
It won't load. Okay. Right. No worries. That just probably needs a setup. I think, yeah, we'll get that sorted out, Andy. Every body shop really should be using this report. The reason is as soon as the vehicle comes on site, and how do we know that? Because the on-site date is populated when you do the vehicle check-in or inspection. That job comes on this screen, and it's now telling you that these are the jobs in your control because they're on your site, and you need to progress them. So normally when we train new body shops, we get them to use this report to monitor daily what's going on and why is it still. Yeah, why is it still on site? So if you can look at that on-site days column, Vinny, if you can point to the on-site days column for me, halfway down the report, it's telling us that 3 days on site or 12 days on site or 17 days on site, and this tells you that you need to do something about this car. If it's on your site for like 10, 12 days, is it because the parts are on back order? What's the issue? And you just let the work provider know by the, adding a note to them so that they stop hounding you. But yeah, very, very important report. And really, this should be run daily in your operations to maintain, efficiencies. And the good thing about parts is, most of the time workshop controllers, they don't want to put a car into the workshop if the parts are not received. But the good thing about here is if they click on the amber ones, which are not fully received, they can see, will the items not received stop me from getting on with the strip on the car? And if it doesn't stop you, they might want to put it into the workshop while you wait for the final part. But yeah, sometimes you don't want to do that in case it's on back order. But yeah, at least you can see it by just clicking on that amber color to see which parts are received, which parts are not received. Yeah. So anybody who are not using on-site report or is not functioning on their system, let us know. Just click the help button, H button on our system at the very top. Say, I need the on-site report, and we'll set it up and someone will contact you. Yeah. Okay, Vinny, sorry, carry on.
Okay, we'll be moving on to our third point, the courtesy car vehicle type, hire car. So, see if I open up job 126. So a new option has been added called hire car. When you issue a courtesy car, you would select either automatic or manual. But if you have none of those available, you would select hire car to provide that job with a hire car courtesy car. So let me just show you what it looks like. If I go into my calendar and see today, so there was that job that was coming in, 139. This blue one, it says it here, this blue one means hire car.
Required.
Which means I need to issue a hire car for this job. And yeah, that's about it for that one.
Okay.
It's all color coded, and you can go directly into that job edit screen from here. Right click, job edit, and you can go into that job and just see what you need to do. Yeah, so that covers the hire car. Anything you'd like to add?
Well, in the rare occasion when you don't have your courtesy car and you really need to provide a car, you can hire a car and record it as such, because that's going to cost you a lot of money. So you want that car to be in and out as fast as possible in your repair. Yeah. Okay. Vinny, sorry, carry on.
Okay, number 4, which is paint cost on job profitability report. So we have 2 types of job profitability reports in our system. One which is job based. So if I go to a job that's been invoiced, I'm going here to the estimate screen. I can click this JP button and it would show me the paint and mechanical profitability report here. This will give me the accurate paint and material costs for the paint scales that we are connected to. Currently, we're only connected to Axalta paint scales, but as more paint companies go into cloud technology, we will be able to connect with them in the future. The second way of analyzing job profitability is based on a date range. For example, the whole month of July. This can be accessed with screen reports, job profitability report here. And I've pre-generated one. I click view and I can see all the, the regs, the makes, and the P&M income, P&M cost. Yeah.
So labor income, labor cost, parts income, parts cost, paint income, paint cost. So we read the paint cost from Axalta paint scales currently. Parts cost come from your parts receivable screen. Labor cost come from your technician's clock on, as long as it's set up correctly. And then on the right, you'll have a total income, total cost, and total profit for that job. So it's line by line. Gives you some idea of what kind of profit you're making. It's not 100% accurate because, as you all know, that you have to provide so many rebates nowadays to the work providers, and nowhere on this screen do we show those rebates. We don't even capture them unless you do a credit note. If you do a credit note, then they will get captured here in Autosoft. So that would capture it, but otherwise, yeah, it gives you a good guide as to what profit you're making for each job.
Okay, so we're going to be moving on to some security. Does anyone have any questions about anything we've covered so far?
Roed?
Yeah.
Sorry, it's Heaven Jones. Can I just ask one question? What we're failing to do, and I don't know the importance of it, is as the invoices are getting paid, I don't think we're actually ticking them or marking them paid on the system. Is that something important we need to be doing?
Paid is not as important as job closed. Paid is only important for body shops to just mark them paid, so you know that, hey, we're not waiting any for this invoice to be paid to you. So that's not as important for Autosoft, but yeah, it could be important for you just to say they're paid. But what the last status, the final status after the invoice is paid should be job closed. So there is one more status in our system, job closed. When you do that, it closes that job, a bit like in Autotext. You close that job and it sends the final message to the work provider to say this job is now closed. No more operations will be done on that job. So job closed is the final status.
Where do we find that then?
There it is. Can you see?
Yeah.
Job closed.
So if you're inside a job, you go to the status, which is here, and right at the bottom, job closed.
Okay.
Yeah. If you don't see it, just click the help button. Tell us what the problem is. We'll sort it out for you. But in fact, not just you nobody does job. I mean, most people don't change the status of job closed, and it is causing a few issues with the work providers. But I'm glad you mentioned it. Yeah, if you can close a job off, that is the best, because then everybody knows this job is not going to be touched anymore.
Okay,
Yeah.
because
And normally you do that. Yeah.
I noticed on some of the reports it'll have unpaid invoices, paid.
Yes.
On the P&L, I was just thinking, if we don't put paid, does it affect the P&L report?
Oh, not at all. No. Invoice paid is really only, yeah, P&L is generated even if the invoice is not paid, because
Okay.
you know, it doesn't matter. But the good thing about invoice paid is once you've received the payment and you know that there's nothing outstanding, then the final thing is job closed, because you know you're not going to be touching that job afterwards. Yeah.
Even if we put job closed and we need to go back into it for some reason, we can still access it, go into it for some dates or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's always there. The only
Okay.
thing is it tells the work provider that, look, there's nothing left on this job. It's finished.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Good.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we'll.
Yeah, Vinny, you take over.
Okay, so now we're moving on to security. So you would need a company admin account. A normal user would not be able to access these settings. So I've logged into an admin account here. So point 5, multi-factor authentication can now be set up. So this is to keep, you know, your body shop secure from hackers, especially in today's day and age, where customer data is bought and sold ruthlessly. It will protect your data and your customer from anyone trying to break in. When it's set, it will require the user to enter a one-time passcode. I'm sure you're familiar with it from other websites and accounts. But yeah, that you can receive that from email or text. Let me show you how to activate that. So in company admin, you go down to user maintenance, and you can see here would be my users, and I can edit, and you can select here MFA type. You can select email or SMS, and please note that SMS will incur an extra charge. Otherwise, email is free, and you can set email to all your users by default. And the next one, IP security. So in the same page, we have here IP security. This can now be set to only allow certain IP addresses from logging onto your system. So if you, for example, if you have users you only want to access or log in to work when they arrive at your body shop, you can set your body shop's IP and for those users, and they will only be allowed to access it when they've arrived, connected to your body shop's Wi-Fi. This will stop anyone logging in from outside. Is there any questions on that?
No.
It's a bit technical, this one, Vinny, but basically, guys, most body shops are going to be on a fixed IP address. That means when you get internet from BT Internet or whatever, they will give you a fixed IP address for that body shop. If that IP address you put into this IP security, it means if I log in from home, it will not allow me, because it's sort of, oh, I'm in a different IP. So it will prevent me from logging in from home. So that's useful to prevent access outside of your body shop. And the multi-factor authentication, this is a big thing nowadays. We've had 2 body shops who have been hacked recently. And they don't know who was logging on, whether it was an ex-employee or whatever. But if you enable multi-factor authentication, that means when you try and log in, it will send a code on your phone only you will have that phone with you. You put that code in and it will let you log in. The email multi-factor authentication code is not that secure, because if I can access your PC, chances are I can click on your email to see the code as well. So be careful. If you enable email authentication, if I've got access to your PC, I've got access to your email probably as well, and it means nothing. So SMS is a better way of securing two-factor authentication, because then I'd need your phone to get that code. It's about £10 plus VAT per month for SMS authentication. If you need that, just let us know or enable it, and that will secure your logins. As I say, we got 2 body shops who've been recently had some attempted hacking going on, so be careful. Okay.
Okay. So now we'll move on to point 7, our pre-repair safety checklist. Can everyone see my screen again?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so the pre-repair safety checklist has been added to the Office system for those of you that require a BSI approved checklist. You can find it here on the drop down next to screen reports. Your pre-repair safety checklist. And I'll print that. And it looks like this.
This is
Any
the
questions on that?
BSI requirement. Yep. So it's been recently added. Yep. Okay.
And now the quick links email option. So if you're in a job, I'll go to job 126. And you want to send an email quite quickly. Email has now been added to quick links. By the way, if you have lots of stuff here, again, just contact us or we'll reach out to you and get this list shortened for you. So you only need to use the things you use. You click email here. It will give you the email screen where you can select one of your templates, appointment details, and attach any documents you want. I'll enter my email. Send.
This email option basically stops you from having to go to the job search screen every time. You can use this email option from either the invoice screen, the estimate screen, the job edit screen, part screen, wherever you want. You don't have to go out to send an email anymore.
Yeah, and just to show you guys that email, I'll there. So after your templates, it will say I'm the customer. I'll receive my appointment details straight from your system. There you go. Okay. Yep. Any more you want to add?
How do you get to the emails again?
So when you're inside a job, so here I'm inside job 126.
Yep.
Quick links, email.
Yep. Okay, that's it. Yep.
Yep. Have you got it there?
Yep.
Great.
Right. If you have too many options, Shelley is going to contact every body shop. She's going around and doing that and reducing the number of options, because we just got too many, as you all know, for different purposes. But yeah, we're going to shrink the options to what you need. And if you're not on this new job edit screen, which Vinny is showing you right now, Shelley's going to get you to convert to this new job edit screen as well. So hopefully she'll be calling you over the next few weeks to do this.
Okay, so the next point is the job card quality check section. So there's a setting we can help you enable, where if you're not using our workshop system, when you print the job card, it will print with the final quality check that you can fill out manually. this still remains compliant. And let me just show you what that looks like.
This is for like the single user body shops, you know, who are very small, but they need to be BSI compliant. They don't have the workshop system. They can just print the job card and then manually fill in the quality check section of this job card. At the bottom, you can see. And then the next page as well.
Quality checks, stage QC.
And next page as well, Vinny. There's some more. Yeah, that's it. So this is for the, as I said, the single user body shops, you know. Great.
Is everyone happy with that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, great. We're moving on to our final point, the driver's diary. This is entirely on the phone apps, but I'm gonna log into it here just for keepsake. So the driver's diary, it now fills slots depending on the time it takes for a collection or a delivery of a vehicle. For example, if I go to, hold on a minute. I'll go back to my job 126. So as you see here, the collection date, that was today, and it's going out on the 26th, and my driver is going to be delivering it, Don Taylor. It will take him, let's say it takes him 1 hour standard time to deliver this vehicle back to the body shop. So I'll save that. So Don Taylor on his phone app will log in, and you can view by week, and he'll see, sorry. Here we go. So he'll see on the 26th for that job, he has some deliveries to make. And for that job 126, we have 1 p.m. for 1 hour. He's going to be delivering this vehicle. However, if I need to, say it takes him 3 hours or 4 hours to deliver this far away, it would reflect on the driver's diary and it will block it. So let me save that and I'll show you. So yeah, it's a little bit iffy because I'm not using the phone. But as you go, if you go back to the 26th, now it's got a big chunk. It's going to take him 4 hours to deliver this. So this has been made because it will help body shops plan drivers' journeys much more effectively. And you can plan and block the day however much in advance you want. So that kind of covers all the key features for this release. Is there any questions, anything you want to add?
Can I just ask a quick question, please?
Yes.
Reference to driver's diary. We've got one driver between all our 5 sites, and obviously each site has a different login for Autosoft. Is there any way of combining the driver's diary so that all 5 sites can see what he's got on, or can it only be done site by site?
Currently, it can only be done side by side, but we do need to figure out a way to do it when you're sharing staff between sites, Kerry.
Yeah.
I think, let me make a note of that. One of these future releases will come up with something so that you can.
It'd just be really handy for us, that's all, because it's a great feature, but obviously it won't work if it's only site by site because we'll be cross-booking and.
Yeah, no, good point. In fact, for multi-sites, we are in the next release, we're working on the cars by date due in report. I think it might be multi-site. So slowly these things are happening. But yeah, wait for that. This one might be a little bit complex because the staffs are managed in each branch, but we'll come up with a way.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Any other questions or any other feedback? There's something missing which people want to see in Autosoft in one of the future releases.
Can I just mention, just going back slightly to the P&L where the scales are calibrated to the system?
Yep.
We haven't got that. How much of a job is it to get that organised?
Oh, no. So do you use Excelta paint scales?
No.
Which ones do you use? Do you know the name?
No, not off the top of my head, no.
Okay. Basically, Excelta are Standox, Chromax, and Speedzecker, as far as I can remember. Because they're on the cloud and we're on the cloud, it's much easier to integrate. The old paint scales are on a local PC in your workshop somewhere most of the time. So, the files are sitting there. They're all going cloud anyway, because that's the future. So if you talk to your paint scale supplier and say, look, do you have a cloud option? They might even upgrade you if they have one and you just don't know about it. Let us know, and then we'll integrate the cloud version of your paint scale, and sooner or later we'll have all paint scales integrated. So yeah, just talk to your provider and let us know, and we'll integrate it. It's not that difficult. We just need to, write the specs for that paint scale. Will be similar to the one we've written already, and we can go live in one of the new releases.
Okay, great.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, we'll share the video again with you guys, but thank you all for joining and taking your time out. We're going to host more of these because there are some cool features coming in, and we can share them using this. The release notes are good, but you can have a live view of what's going on using this kind of demo. Yeah, thanks very, very much. We will catch up soon in hopefully a few weeks' time when we go live with the next release.